Welcome to another video. I'm TCG, and today we're launching a brand new series called Meta Monday. So what we're gonna do is every Monday I'm gonna release a new video to recap about the meta and what have changed, what have updated, and what you're gonna see in the near future about the meta in Gundam TCG. I'm a little bit on a rush to record this video today because this video is supposed to be releasing right now, but I'm actually recording right now. So every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be releasing a new video recapping about the meta. So this will be a weekly tradition, so don't miss out. Tune in, click on the bell button under the video to make sure that you get a notification about every time that I'm releasing a new video. I'm quite at crunch time because I was not able to make this video over the weekend because I'm not supposed to play on Sunday. Last week we have 3 new type challenge, so I need to prep for that. I played on Wednesday, which I win first place at my new type challenge. On Saturday I finished 5th with a 4-1. I bubbled out. I'm actually quite mad about it. And yesterday I was 4-1. I played against Bradley the Professor in final, so I lost to him with a 4-1, but it's all good. It's my homies, so losing in final, it's not that bad. But I was hunting for my second Zeta, but it's all good. So for the past 2 weeks, the meta was quite different. We're seeing a lot of new decks, especially on my latest video. If you watched it, you saw the red-blue Weenies Aggro made it to the final with first place and fourth place playing almost a similar deck, maybe like 3 cards off. And this weekend in Germany, blue-white EPYON to first place at the national in Germany. We can see a small meta shifting similar to GDO1. So same thing with red-blue ping when it came into the meta halfway through GDO1. And right now we can see blue-white EPYON coming to meta, a new aggro deck coming to the meta. So we're seeing a good shift in the meta. It's actually healthy because, as you can see last weekend, there is a quarter green-white, a quarter blue-green aggro, and you have 1 EPYON, and you have 1 justice blocker. You have 2 freedom blocker. So it's a smaller tournament because there's only 128 players in the European finals in Germany. So this is a quite small tournament, and I can see that there will be a rise in EPYON deck. I start playing GDO2 with the blue-white EPYON. I didn't play with the L-Strike package. I decided to play with the CPU package. It was actually very good. The whole meta was full of blockers, so playing the CPU package with Forbidden Gundam and Rider made sense because so I can make sure that I can counter green-white with all those blockers. But when GDO2 is starting to move forward and there's more and more blue-green made a comeback to the meta in GDO2, so that deck didn't really make sense. And it was hard to play because aggro was too aggressive. So I started switching back to green-white Wing Zero to make sure that I can contest with that. And so last weekend I went to the Orlando Regionals and I was playing green-white, and I'm pretty sure I feel that green-white, it's really not made for me. So green-white, it's quite harder to pilot because if you make one single mistake early in the game, that might cost you the whole game later. There's no really turning point when you make that small mistake because every card counts, and as soon as you make a mistake, the whole game change, and you might be leading in the game. But if, for example, if you pair the wrong pilot, or if you don't pair a pilot, if you don't block the specific units when aggro is attacking you and they end up pinging your blocker, you're losing that blocker, that might cost you the whole game. For example, if you pair a Wing Gundam with a hero and you decide to hit a unit instead of swinging for shield, taking that extra damage might cost you losing that Wing Gundam. So it's quite hard to pilot. So I switched to red-blue Weenie Aggro, and I did exceptionally well this week. I think I went 15-2 out of 3 new types and 1 local. So I only lose 2 times in the span of a week of 7 days. You have the blue-green here, self-explanatory. I don't need to say much about it. Green-white, that was the 3rd place green-white. Surprisingly, he's playing burn mode, and he's playing 2 Rick Diaz. That's quite a similar build that what I would have done. I like this deck, but I wouldn't play the bird mode. He played bird mode, it worked for him, so good for him. I'm not a big fan of bird mode. I'm not a big fan of Death Sight because in the auto originals, I played Deathsight, and it actually made me brick so hard that I'm having the wrong pilot with the wrong units, and it gave me a big trouble with Deathsight. So I'm trying to not play 3 different pilots. He's playing 10 pilots. The only moment that I will play 10 pilots will be like 2 Cheng Wufei with 4 Kira and 4 Hero. So those are my setup. He's playing the path to victory or defeat. The number of times that I played that card and it put back 4 of the cards that I actually need onto the bottom, I think it just happens. It's same thing as someone swiffing with Charzaku 2, sending your Char and your Amro back to the bottom. That's extremely painful to watch. I don't really like to send back my cards on the bottom. There's no deck shuffling in the game at the moment. There's no searcher. So it's very painful to send back your pilot on the bottom, and those are actually the pilot that you need, for the winning conditions. And over here we have some Freedom Blocker, Academy, like straightforward, like almost the same deck as GDO1, and just maybe like a Rig Diaz that they added extra, and the aerial high maneuver. And the rest is quite self-explanatory. So the last weekend was extremely fun. I got a chance to meet with Wong Boy and the Turtle Club, which is a very cool crew from Florida, and I'm looking forward to see them again like anytime soon. The most surprising thing was the red-blue weenie aggro deck. There were only 2 of them, and they're the 2 guys from New York that made it to the 1st place and 4th place. If you didn't see the video, you should go back to see my previous video. I made a whole interview with them, sitting down and asking them about the deck. You should go back to see. But we're gonna see more and more red-blue aggro in the format upcoming, and this is actually a very cool thing because a lot of people believe that Dandy and Susleta, they actually saved the game because they made the game more diversified, and a lot of different deck top 16 in Orlando. So 1st place was the Aegis Aggro, which is, he self-claimed the name of this deck was Weenie Aggro. We got a red-blue Ping, which is very surprising because they made a comeback with the Kshatriya, Unicorn, and Jubilee. That's a very interesting deck. I would like to try it also, but I'm not really a red-blue person other than red-blue aggro. Over here, they have a blue perp made it to the final. So I feel like last weekend in North America, we really have a well diversified. We got a couple Wing Zero. We got 1 Wing Zero, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 Wing Zero in the top 8. So half of the meta was green-white, and the top 4 was a special top 4 last weekend. So what to expect in the upcoming weeks before GDO3 comes out? I truly believe that the meta will be well diversified, like I said earlier. The meta will encourage people to try new deck testing, and I truly believe that the meta, it's a rock, paper, scissors meta. So make sure that you play a deck that fits your playstyle, and also making sure that it's a deck that can counter the current meta. So for example, there's multiple options to play green-white. You can play green-white with Xinglang package, Deathsight package, or you can put the Sword Strike in. So Sword Strike is actually a very good card to counter aggro. So if in your local area there's a lot of aggro, so I highly recommend you to put Sword Strike into your deck if you're playing green-white or you're playing blue-white and you see a lot of aggro. Sword Strike is your way out. Sword Strike hurts for aggro decks. And we're gonna see more and more variation of aggros. Like for example, I tested a green-purple aggro. Like I feel that deck can work, but it still requires a lot of testing. I saw some players at my local testing that deck and it did phenomenal for them. It worked, but I'm still trying to test different type of deck. A lot of people like to play Blue Perp because they're IBO fan, and I like the professor. He loves IBO and he's trying to bling out his deck. So the meta is still gonna be green-white, green-blue, Blue Perp, and also I will see some blue-white blockers. Those are the meta. Those are the meta decks most likely going to see them very often. But all I have to say about the meta right now is I truly believe that a lot of people are going to test new decks before GDO 3. We're going to get a lot of surprise in the upcoming week. And I'll be testing more the Psycho Gundam. Psycho Gundam going to be something special. So let's make sure that you guys stay tuned. So in the upcoming week, I will start doing how to build decks. So that series is gonna include Green White, Psycho, EPYON, Rush, Aggro, and different decks. I will explain the meta deck with different packages, options that you can play and build your deck accordingly to your local. So feel free to put in the comment below about which deck you want me to do it first and which deck you want to see the package explanatory about how to build a specific deck. So I just hit 500 subscriber and that unlocked me to allow having membership program into my YouTube channel. If you guys like to support the channel, feel free to be a member. You guys will have access to special perks. You can have early access to Monday meta on Saturday or Sunday before anybody else to watch those videos. And also I will have member exclusive content for how-to and tutorial about Gundam, TCG, and Riftbound. So make sure to support the channel and leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, make sure to drop in a comment about what you would like to see next. On to the next one.